What perfume is that? It smells so good.
This is not my perfume. This is my powder. It's brightening my underarms. It is antibacterial, antifungal, and even after it removes all my sweat, it doesn't clog my pores. Here, try it.
What is this? Some local stuff, huh? Why don't you just use a commercial talcum powder?
Because most popular talcs contain asbestos, which is a carcinogen, and they also darken your underarms when it is used every day and repeatedly.
Underarms, I agree, but the cancer part is absolute rubbish. Please, if that were true, the entire of India would have cancer. Okay.
True. I'm so glad you asked that. Let me clarify. Hi, and welcome to Curiosity with me, Daisy. Yes, that is an absolutely valid point. On one side, talc is dangerous. There is no doubt about it because most popular talcs actually contain asbestos, which is a known human carcinogen. Now, there is no 1% is okay, 2% is okay. No amount of asbestos is good. Full stop. It is a carcinogen. Which is why Johnson & Johnson faced 67,000 lawsuits in the US. Not 10, 20, 100, 200. 67,000 lawsuits. And they had to pay $966 million as penalty to women who developed ovarian cancer after using their baby powder.
J&J is facing thousands of lawsuits from women across the world. Most of them make the same allegation that the powder has traces of asbestos. Until the 1970s, it was used extensively in construction. It reacts well against heat and corrosion. The downside, though, is that it causes cancer. Johnson & Johnson was ordered to pay $4.7 billion to 22 women, $550 million in compensation, $4.1 billion in punitive damages. All 22 women said the baby powder gave them ovarian cancer. Pretty soon, more damning reports emerged. They knew what the problem was. They knew the powder had traces of asbestos. Not one or two bottles, almost 30 years worth of product.
Yes, the very same baby powder that is synonymous to baby powder. This was a global health scandal because it costed a lot of lives. And it's not just Johnson & Johnson, but actually most popular Indian talc brands have asbestos in them. I have this whole video that covers the details of talc contamination, and I've also listed very responsible brands who make the talc very clean, naturally and consciously. And you can watch it here. On the other side, there is a context to this. People who use it regularly every single day, and especially in their intimate areas, are more prone to its carcinogenic effects. Like especially in India, because our climate is hot and humid in most places, and we tend to use more of talc. Like for example, my mom, although she lives in a cooler area, she's just habituated to it. She's been using it right since she was in her college days till today. So even if she's at home, she's using talc every single day.
If that were true, the entire of India would have cancer.
And she is absolutely right when she says this. There is something called as toxic load. Scientists actually call this body burden. It actually means the total amount of chemicals, carcinogens and toxins that are sitting in your body at any point of time is from everything combined. Like your food, your water, what you inhale, your skincare, your cookware, and it keeps building up. So let's say you're largely living a clean life and some toxin exposure that is inevitable in these days, right? You can't avoid it completely. That's absolutely fine. Fine, especially if you're not genetically predisposed to cancer. Then small exposures are completely fine. But when you're royally eating the wrong stuff, plastics are leaching into your food, your non-stick is leaching into your food, in over a period of time, chemicals literally in everything, your skincare, hair care, you name it. A lot of synthetic supplements. That's when every little choice you make keeps adding to that load, and it can tip you off the edge one fine day. So there is no answer that is black or white. It's very contextual. One answer fits everyone. That's not possible in terms of health. As you all know, I love naturals. If there is a chemical or a toxic thing that I can avoid, I absolutely avoid. There is no second thought. But if I can't avoid it, I don't stress about it too much. To be very honest, I've actually found that in 80 to 90% of the things in life, there are even more effective natural solutions, like in the case of this talc. And I'm going to come to that. You'll know why this is way more effective than the regular talcs. I formulated this because I'm very lazy. And this literally takes like 1/4 of the time of a cup of chai that you make. That much only time it takes to make. And you just need 4 ingredients, okay? Look at the consistency of this powder. It's just really velvety and soft. Amazing fragrance, and in fact the fragrance lasts for like 3 to 4 hours, which is super cool. So because I found this talc really good, I am sharing it with you all. Now I always make small batches of talc because one is honestly I don't use too much of talc. Also because I know it's so quick to make. It literally takes like 1.5 to 2 minutes. So I'm giving you a very small batch proportions. If you like it, you can always increase it and make more of it. Okay, so the first ingredient is 5 tablespoons of arrowroot powder. So this is the arrowroot powder that I use. This has like this, rice starch texture, like absorbs all the moisture, sweat, excess oil without clogging your pores. This is very, very important. It has antifungal and antibacterial properties, and it helps prevent your skin infections on, the body folds and the underarm area. Honestly, if you have dark underarms, your talc is actually one of the major causes. We don't realize this, but talc has a tendency to clog your pores, traps all the sweat inside, and it creates a perfect environment for all the bacteria to grow and live. Every time that happens, your skin responds with inflammation, and inflammation is the #1 trigger for that melanin overproduction. But have you observed that the darker our underarms get, the more powder we tend to use, and the more powder we use, the darker they get, right? So it's like this very vicious loop. But this arrowroot, it lets your skin breathe. It doesn't clog your pores. It is subtler, lighter, gentler. Okay, so just sieve like 5 tablespoons of that arrowroot powder into a bowl. Okay, the next ingredient is kaolin clay. So this is like this very soft, velvety, baby soft, feathery powder. Actually, it's commonly called China mitti. Kaolin clay is also very gentle. It absorbs all that excess oil without drying your skin. It is anti-inflammatory, amazing if you have any irritation, prickly heat, especially in summers. But if you're a person who has extremely oily skin, then you can also use multani mitti in the mix instead of kaolin clay. The same amount of it, that is 3 tablespoons. Of course, but just remember this, that multani mitti is not as smooth as this one. It's not as silky and smooth and feathery, but it will soak up all your excess oil. Okay, again you sieve 3 tablespoons of this into the same bowl. Next, you can add any fragrance of your choice as an essential oil. Now, I usually add lavender essential oil because I honestly love the fragrance of lavender. Okay, I usually add about like 7 to 8 drops. Whisk it really well, thoroughly. So you can use your hands also and flatten out all those clumps. So the next you add is sandalwood powder, like 1 tablespoon of it. Now, you don't like sandalwood. There are a lot of people who don't like the fragrance of sandalwood. You can add something else, and I'm going to come to that in a while. But remember that sandalwood is very, very beneficial for your skin. It's very cooling. It's great for summers, prickly heat. It's cooling. Chandana is very cooling, Skin infections, it's amazing for skin infections. And most importantly, it removes that underarm pigmentation. The more you keep using sandalwood oil, sandalwood in any way, it starts lightening and depigmenting. So chandan is extremely good for brightening. I actually love its scent, to be very honest. It feels like I'm in a temple. And if you're using it in your intimate areas, then it is also very, very safe. Okay, if you're not a fan of sandalwood fragrance, then you can also add rose fragrance with rose petal powder. Okay, I always have this rose petal powder with me because I drink rose petal. I've shared it in another recipe, but I drink this on a daily basis, so I always have this at home. So sometimes I use it in the talc mix, the same 1 tablespoon, and I also like the combo of rose petal and sandalwood, FYI, just letting you know. It also brightens your skin, this rose petal. So it's antibacterial, it is very, very safe for your intimate areas, also something to remember. Okay, so if you don't want to add sandalwood powder or rose powder, you don't like both the fragrances, if you like something completely different, let's say you like a citrus fragrance, then add any citrus essential oil of your choice and add a few drops, the same amount of drops that I added, like 7 to 8 drops. You can add like lemon, orange, vanilla, jasmine, yang, whatever you like. Okay, once you're done whisking it perfectly, then you sieve it one last time so that if there is any clumps, it'll come out. Then you bottle it up. Not all essential oils are safe for intimate areas. This is something to remember for women specifically. But I honestly love how smooth it feels. It smells really great. The fragrance lasts for a very long time because it has all these essential oils, and it's light on your pocket. Like each ingredient costs like between 200-300 rupees, and it lasts for several months. Also very quick to make. So, I mean, it's a complete win-win situation. Oh yes, yeah. One more thing is that this recipe doesn't use any cornstarch. If you do use cornstarch, just remember that is absolutely will not be great for intimate areas because it can form yeast infections. So this formula is completely safe, in fact very beneficial for skin, and all ingredients are very safe to use even in your sensitive areas, but sensitivity varies from person to person. So always do a test patch before using it. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, if I've forgotten to mention something about it, please do let me know and I will answer and pin it up as a comment. Please make it, share your experience. I'll see you soon. Bye.